Hey guys, this is Bill. I decided to make a video on a tribute run, trying to explain you guys how the mechanics work so you guys can feel more comfortable both running the dungeon and also coming into the dungeon to get your buffs after somebody has cleared it. Here you can see that I'm killing that boss, but that is just to get the key for the inner door upstairs. Obviously, during a tribute run, you don't want to kill him because he is the one that gives you the buff. He gives you the stamina buff. So basically what you do is you just skip them during a regular run. You just skip him and typically you have to pull this back. There's a way to make them evade, but just to play it safe, go ahead and kill this pack of 4. Basically the main mechanic on a tribute run, or the main thing that I wanted to talk about, is that whenever you kill the king, all the mobs that are alive inside the dungeon are going to start attacking you, except for these 4 that you see here. I'm marking them, so whenever you're doing a run and you're gonna have people coming in afterwards, make sure that you guys kill them, because if you don't, somebody could run into those 4 mobs, and like I said, those are going to still be hostile and attack whoever comes in range, right? Now, to get through the run, there are multiple ways to do it. You can either go through the center here, or you can go around to the right and kill the insects over there. You can choose to do whatever is more comfortable. The main thing typically is that you would like to skip as many ogres as you can, because again, once you kill the boss, they are not going to attack anybody until they respawn. I was checking on the respawn, and the respawn is like a couple hours or so, maybe don't even worry about it. But if you go through the middle, you only have to do like 2 extra pulls and maybe 1 patrol that you run into. And make sure that you skip the boss to you keep an eye on the boss. Once you get into this area, there are these eyes. Make sure that you guys are paying attention to them and you have somebody killing them. Even at level 60, you can kill them with a couple hits. So even the tank, like if you're tanking and you see that nobody is attacking the eye, even as a tank, you can just go kill it yourself if your group is not paying attention. There are 2 eye patrols in here. There's one in this area that patrols uh, the area between that door that I just opened and into the next boss, pretty much into the trap. So you guys should always find that eye while fighting these 2 packs. Another thing is that insects do not. Uh, Insects are still hostile and they will still attack you. So make sure that whatever insects you guys left alive after you kill the king, make sure that you are paying attention to them because they are going to attack you. Now there's a boss, and this is as far as that first eye comes, right? He's going to come into here and then he's going to go back. That's why you will always find it in that hallway that we came from. Now I'm waiting for the second eye. You can see it coming there. Make sure that you have somebody blasted. Again, as a level 60, you can just like kill it in a couple hits. Obviously, this one you have to kill with a range because, like, if you just run in as a melee, you're gonna pull those packs over there. Now, with this, you can see I did this pull, and the path that these mobs are taking is a weird one. They went all the way into there, and they pulled that other pack. So make sure that you guys always pull that pack of four with the two Doomguards before you actually pull the two Reavers around. You can see a clear example here, like why you have to pull that pack before. Because if you pull the Reavers, they're gonna do that weird pathing, and they're going to aggro that pack, and then you're gonna have to fight six mobs at once. Depending on your gear, that might not be a problem, but it could be something dangerous if you're not geared or if your group is not paying attention. Also, I'd like you to pay attention here on how the boss patrols, because if you happen to forget the mats for your tribute run, and you don't have the frost oil and the widget for this trap, you can still do your tribute run. You can avoid uh, this boss just by taking advantage of the way he patrols, right? Like you can see him patrolling, he goes, he's pretty much hugging the wall, right? So what you do is you wait right here where I'm standing. He's going to turn around right there. Then you can come in with your full party of five, right? You guys just hug the wall, wait for the boss to go around, be on the opposite side, as far like hugging the wall, as far away from the boss as you can, so you don't pull him. Once he goes over there, you can just either LOS these four on the ramp or just run into them and kill them. Obviously, you have to kill them before the boss comes back. You actually have a lot of time though. You will see there that I kill them, and then the boss is still doing his patrol route. You can see the boss there coming back. He's marked as a triangle. So you have a lot of time to kill this four. So again, like I said, it's very safe to skip him, even if you don't have the mats for the trap. Then you just go up into the ramp, and now you can just LOS the boss with the ramp, right? You do the next pull, you can run into them. I like to kill the Doomguards first because they have like no health. You can kill them really fast. I like to kill casters second because they don't have a lot of health either. The ones that take some time to kill are the melee ones. Now on this next pull, there is a way that you can split the pull. If you pull the Doomguard, that is only going to chain the Warlock. So you can just pull the Doomguard and LOS, and the Warlock will come back to you. And you can just kill these two over here, and then kill the Reaver that was left there. If you pull the Warlock, that is going to chain the Reaver because that Warlock is too close to the Reaver. If you pull the Doomguard, it's only going to pull the Warlock and the Doomguard. Depending on your gear, you might want to split that pull, or depending on how safe you want to play it. Now that pack to my left that I skipped, that has two Doomguards, you have to kill that pack if you need a tannin for the suit. If you don't, you can just completely skip it. Now this pack to my right, at the top of the ramp, you can also skip it. Even at level 60, you can hug the wall and you will not pull it. Be careful though, because if you're a tank and you're hugging the wall and and you run in and you pull these two, and somebody in the back, one of the range is not hugging the wall, they are going to pull that pack that I skipped, right? And all of a sudden you're gonna have to be fighting 5 mobs again. And if you don't have the CC or your group is not paying attention, it's dangerous. Somebody could die. So you come into here, open the door. Again, that door can be opened by a rogue with a lockpick that is high enough, or by an engineer with a C4 charge. You can also have a blacksmith make a skeleton key, but I'm pretty sure that the key that you need for this level of door is an arcanite one. An arcanite is expensive, so you don't want to be wasting it on a key. So you pull this patrol. I just ran into it, but but it's because I'm doing it on my level 70. On my level 60, I prefer to just pull them back and LOS back there, so they just come back to us and we have that extra time for CCing. And so again, if you forgot mats and you don't have mats for the suit, you will also have to kill this boss. You don't have to, like, if you have the suit, you just talk to him and you can just completely skip him, right? He just gets out of your way. But if you don't have the mats for the suit, if you didn't bring a suit, you forgot all the mats. I mean, it happens all the time. You will have to kill him. So uh, the safest way to pull him is to pull him all the way back. I I did fight him here, but you can pull him further back, probably next to the bonfire or a little further. Reason why is because he fears. He has an intimidating shout, and it's a physical ability, so it cannot be dispelled. So he could fear you into the other mobs in the other room. When he gets low, these two he calls for these two mobs to help him. So as a tank, you can just fear them right away. Have your intimidating shout ready. That way, you will buy your group some extra time to CC them and kill them. Again, depending on your gear. If you're geared, you can just like tank them and you guys can just kill them. And remember that the boss has a mortal strike. But he's like very low on health when he calls for help. Now, this is another pull that you want to pull back because these mobs fear as well. So if you just fight them over there, they could fear somebody into the other group that's on the left. The captain's fear, though, is magic. That one can be dispelled. But again, it's typically on a melee. So if melee are running into that other boss, your priest might be out of range to dispel you. So just play it safe, pull them back, kill them there. If somebody gets fear, the fear should break before they pull this other pack on the left. Then you just kill these hyenas. Make sure that you kill this patrol of 3 hyenas as well. This patrol goes in a circle around the boss on this platform. Make sure you kill them too, because like if you don't, they are going to pull when you pull the boss, or not when you pull the boss, but when they are close enough, when they see you, and then you're gonna have to be picking them up and all that funky stuff. Another thing that I like to do here before I pull the boss, like at this point, your healers and casters should be drinking, right? So I like to go ahead and shoot these mobs so I can keep my rage because I'm in combat with them, right? They cannot move or do anything, so it will just keep you in combat. Like they will not do anything to you. Then you just run into the boss, kill him, save the observer. Another thing that you guys should know is that for every boss that you save, is you get one extra item in the chest. So if you save the first three bosses, you get a green for saving them, right? If you save the captain and this observer guy, you get the two blues. They are the one that gives you the two blues. So let's say that you decide to kill the captain and save this guy, the observer. You're only going to get one blue out of this observer because you're killing the captain, so you're losing the blue item from the captain in the chest. So again, the first three bosses give you a green item in the chest, and the last two bosses, the observer and the captain, give you one blue item in the chest. For those of you who are farming for the tarnished Elven Ring. So now you talk to this guy and you get the debuff, the crown debuff. When you get the crown debuff, that is when you become friendly with all these ogres. They become green, you can even talk to them. That's when you can get the buffs from the bosses that you saved at the bottom. Uh, I'm going to go ahead and take the crown buff because I'm going to take it off just so I can show you guys what the mobs really do when you don't have the crown buff. Like if you're somebody coming into the dungeon, you don't have the crown buff. Just to show you guys that is walking right next to ogres is not dangerous. The way you take the crown debuff off is by logging out and logging back in. Keep this in mind too, just in case you need to go to your alt real quick and check something, and then you come back into the dungeon and you think that you're safe. You are not safe if you logged out because you will lose the crown debuff. By not safe, again, I mean with the bosses. The bosses will attack you. So if you log out right next to a boss, or if you get disconnected for a minute, like close to a boss, the boss is going to start attacking you because by having your character log out, log out, log out of the dungeon, you will lose the crown buff. So you see here that I'm just running back here. I did run right next to a couple mobs. They did not attack me. I'm gonna run into these as well. You will see that they don't attack me. I can even attack the Doomguard. And see, since it is a pet, a warlock pet, and his master is not hostile to you, like he just keeps resetting. So you can just run into all this ogre stuff and it's not going to attack you. And again, that's true for all the ogres and their pets that are alive when you kill the boss. You can just run into them and they will not attack you. You see that I'm going here, just running into mobs. They don't do anything. Now bosses will still attack you if you don't have the crown debuff. I actually one time forgot to get the crown debuff, and I went to a boss to uh, to talk to him and get my buff, but I didn't have the crown debuff, so he was still hostile, and he started attacking me, right? So I had to pop shield wall and bring him to an evading spot. So just be mindful of that. It's mainly the bosses that you have to worry about. You can see that I'm just mousing over some of the mobs, and You cannot see the sword on them, meaning that they will not attack you. You cannot attack them. I also started a stopwatch to see the timer. What was the timer on the respawns? The eyes that you killed on the way, the respawn timer seemed to be anytime between 25 to 30 minutes. So make sure that whenever you're running in to get your buffs, make sure that you keep an eye on the eyes because they do summon some void walkers. Now the ogres, their respawn timer is 2 hours, so you're gonna be safe. Insects will still attack you even after you kill the king because they are like not linked to the king, right? So I'm just killing this here. Again, when you're clearing the dungeon as a group, you can just come through the right here, or you can go through the middle. It's whatever you feel more comfortable with. If you feel comfortable like doing some skips, just killing like a few ogres here through the middle, or if you prefer to go around and just do just AoE those insect packs. Another thing that I wanted to show you here is the evading spots. There is one right here, right there. Uh, those uh, those ramps are evading spots. I'm going to let the boss go so I can show you where to evade him. I'm doing this on Wrath Classic on my level 70. So it looks like in this version of the game, or in Wrath, they added a teleport player to the boss. You can see here that I'm trying to jump into the evading spot and he keeps porting me to him. This actually doesn't happen in hardcore or in vanilla classic. Even when I LOS, he can still port me. So, but again, this is in Wrath. If this happens to you, like if you pull the boss by mistake, like I said, I once forgot to get my crown debuff. I ran into this guy to get the buff, but I didn't have the crown, so he started attacking me. I had to shield and I had to jump into that side of the ramp to evade him. And then he reset and he let me go, right? It does work on hardcore. Another thing, when you're getting your buffs, trying not to talk to that Fangus guy next to a ramp. Remember that there are people coming in after you. So if you talk to him on a ramp, he's just gonna stand there for a couple minutes, right? And somebody could run into him because people go through a ramp, right? And somebody could be running into him and stuff. So try not to talk to him close to a ramp. Try to talk to him when he's in the center next to the captain or when he is to one of the sides. Just trying to be mindful of your teammates coming into the dungeon after you. Again, whatever ogres and their pets, including hyenas and doomguards, their hostility gets frozen after you kill the king. Except for the pack of 4 that I showed you at the beginning. Okay, these are the mobs that I keep talking about. This is the only pack that is going to continue to be hostile to people even after the king dies. You can even see that I pulled them right next to that other ogre patrol, and that patrol didn't care because it was not hostile. These guys do care. They do attack. So this is the one pack that you have to make sure 100% that you kill them. Because if you don't, you could have one of your friends coming into the dungeon trying to get buffs later, and then they could run into them by mistake, and that person either gets killed or has to pop something, pop a petri or whatever. So make sure you guys are killing that pack. You can see here that I loot the boss and I don't get anything out of him, right? It's because you already got his loot out of the tribute chest. Here you can see that by now we got an eye respawn, so just go ahead and kill it, otherwise it's gonna summon a Void Walker. You can see an emote telling you that it's going to open a portal or something like that. Now if the eyes die or I'm sorry, if the eyes are alive when the king dies, they are going to become friendly as well. So you don't have to worry about killing them. But if they are dead when the king dies, when they respawn, they will be hostile. So you have to keep an eye on that, or they are going to summon Void Walkers. Now here, you can see that I waited for the second eye to respawn, so I can show you guys what happens when they aggro. So I'm just gonna let it run into me. You guys are gonna see that it does his emote saying that it's opening a portal. Then it starts casting the portal, and once it's done, it's almost the two Void Walkers. The whole process takes like 10 seconds, so you guys uh, get time to kill it before it finishes casting the portal. But make sure you're paying attention. And if you guys see the emote but have not seen an eye, stop what you're doing and look around. Make sure that the eye that was popped is uh, is not around you. Because if it is, just be ready to kill it before the portal or or to get out of there. We did try it with three people, and we could kill the two Void Walkers, no problem. It can probably be done with two, but I doubt you can solo it. And after that, all I did was just wait for the response. It was exactly 2 hours for the ogres, and it seemed to vary on the ice to be between 25 to 28, 30 minutes. After that, you guys can see that I'm just gonna go ahead and kill all the stuff that is respawning, because again it is hostile when it respawns. And aside from that, the only thing I think I missed is an evasion spot, a second evasion spot. So I'm just gonna post a screenshot of it. And well, if you guys have any questions or if you think I missed something else, just hit me up. And thank you.